Hello, this is John, host of Mgtow channel. I'm going to start with our mantra, I have the penis. Can't change that. So, I'm going to take a boss's position on this. I finally got a troll to bite. So I did a reverse double troll, double secret, super secret probation trick. And it happened on Men Are Destroyed by lgbtq movement. And I'm going to do this one time. lgbtq stands for the lesbian, gay, bi, trans, queer, whatever the fuck those people are. They're a bunch of social justice warriors, and they are doing some serious harm to our nation. Now, typically the Mgtow movement, which is men going their own way. Go your own way, whatever it is, right? If you're a man and you're masculine, go your own way. And if that's the queer way or the gay way, I don't give a fuck. What I do give a fuck about are the social engineers, the social justice warriors who are their minions, and what they're doing to this nation. So I did a video, The Men Are Destroyed by LGBTQ movement, because I wanted to talk about what's going on with our children, what's going on with men, and how they got to the place they're at, where women are running everything, how it became a gynocentric world. So this video I did prompted a response, and I'm going to go over it with you. I was scrolling down and commenting as usual, or responding to comments, and I ran across this fella. His name is Franklin Karabajal, Ph.D. I looked him up on the internet, and he is not a published professor or doctor, because I couldn't find him. He's got his picture there, could be the real guy. And his one-line response to me was, I completely support my wife's gay son. I was intrigued at this guy's comment. Finally, it appears that somebody with a little bit of academic clout or some involvement in the LGBTQRST movement wanted to say something, or a feminist, but this guy came on this particular video. So my bait had been taken. This is how I responded to him. Then support him as a man. I have no problem with that. I know and have known plenty of gay, masculine men who refuse to be other than what they are. My discussion, meaning the video, was in regard to the emasculation, degradation, and praise of strong men who are being discriminated against and forced to behave unnaturally through aggressive psychological manipulation techniques. The problem is the coerced surrender of masculinity and its qualities, gay or straight. When I have to listen to my sons come home from school and tell me how the gay lifestyle is praised and they are shamed for being heterosexual, what should I think? I think that they are being socially punished for wanting to be men. My sons are being persuaded that in order to be accepted socially and accepted by women, that they need to act effeminate, and that being gay is the best indicator of that social castrated state. In other words, they are not being allowed by other children, teachers, or the educational indoctrination system to be who they wish. If my sons were homosexual, I would not love them any less or more. My objection is to the system created and influenced by feminism and other social engineering programs that teaches anti-masculinity and punishes traditional masculine heterosexual behavior through negative reinforcement techniques and stereotypes. I hear and read about, at least once a week, that both boys and girls don't know what their sexuality is because they don't know whether to follow their instincts or conform to social pressures. These poor kids are not allowed to be themselves without enormous external pressure to allow very, very corrosive and psychologically dangerous exposure to influence not only behavior but sexually or sexuality. Being homosexual had been argued to be how one is born and not a choice. Now, as if we are to forget what the mantra has been for decades, kids are told it's their choice with regard to being gay or not. They are now being influenced to choose or select a sexual attitude that is alternative and does not adhere to or emulate traditional masculine characteristics. I have not a real problem with homosexuals and alternative lifestyle people. What I have is tremendous objection to social manipulation, psychological battery, and trauma, and other nefarious agendas that are foisted upon American culture. Those elements are unnaturally shaping our nation's social structures. I hope my opinion via this response to your comment offered more detail regarding my position of homosexuals and the agenda of feminism and its little brother, the lesbian, gay, bi, trans, queer movement. And then my last thing I sent to him is, would you mind telling me what your Ph.D. is in? Now, he bit the hook and gave me that one-liner, and I gave him a very detailed response explaining my position on homosexuality. I don't give a fuck. Just keep your opinions in the closet as to whether or not I need to accept them, how I address them, the pronouns. I just don't give a fuck about that stuff. It's called freedom of speech and freedom of thought, freedom of my mind and freedom of individualism, strong, rugged, masculine individualism. So anyways, I responded to him with the question. So he responded to me. This is, again, Franklin Carabajal, Ph.D. Philosophy and comparative linguistics. That is what his Ph.D. is in. I appreciate the time you took to type this comment, but have you ever considered that your discontent with the current world would be caused by clinging to outdated, obsolete, and disproven concepts? And then he used parentheses, such as heteronormativity and masculinity. He played his fucking hand with me. Not only did he bite the hook, but it got pulled tight in his little throat. I've got him now. He is a Ph.D. in philosophy and comparative linguistics. Now, when I go to Walmart and I go to their philosophy section to talk to a philosopher, oh wait, philosophers either write books or work in academia. They typically don't have a 9-to-5 job at Walmart or Home Depot, right? They're philosophers, so they get paid to philosophize. This guy is an academic snob. He also deals with comparative linguistics. That means he is a social justice warrior and probably a social engineer. He probably has a lot to do with whatever college he's in, developing the language used in feminine studies and alternative lifestyle studies courses, i.e. social studies and social movements is his game. Comparative linguistics. When we talk about linguistics, we talk about speech, comprehension, understanding. And if he has a Ph.D. in it, he understands very well that words have meaning. And since he is so fucking educated and so much higher and smarter than everyone else, I am going to take his second response as bullying, as intimidation, as discrimination, and as potentially hate against me. I want that well understood. Discrimination, hate, bullying, right? And probably sexual discrimination against me. And I'll read it again. But have you ever considered that your discontent with the current world could be caused by clinging to outdated, obsolete, and disproven concepts, such as heteronormativity and masculinity? Okay, nobody on their fucking right mind uses the word heteronormativity.